Hi, welcome to Openly Aging with Allison. I'm Allison O'Shea and I'm the founder of Openly Aging. We are going to continue our series on the 5 questions to ask yourself to have the most control over your aging. We've already covered question 1, which was, who's going to be my aging support system? Today we're going to cover question 2, which is, what do my finances look like? I have found throughout my career that this is the topic that prevents people from talking about aging and especially putting any sort of plan in place. But I feel that your finances have to be discussed in order to make a plan. So your plan should be created with your finances in mind. And you cannot wait until a crisis happens to make this plan and to talk about your finances. I always recommend to my clients and anyone listening today that forming a relationship with an elder law attorney is really important. They will help. I look at your assets, look at your income, look at your liquid assets, and make a plan that will allow for you to be able to use your funds in the most efficient way possible throughout your aging journey. For those that have concerns that they don't have enough assets or liquid cash and they're relying on, Social Security and it's not enough, the elder law attorney may recommend doing things today to ensure that when the time comes, you are able to receive benefits from the state, veterans benefits, because those are all income based. And so making sure that you're doing it today is important because most states have a look back time. So you can't make any changes, 5 years before you need the benefit. You have to do it sooner. So that's why it's important to see an elder law attorney. I have had residents in my career as an executive director in senior living where they were in an assisted living, spending, down their money. And then all of a sudden they had spent down their money and were relying on what their income was. And when the family went to see if they could receive benefits, they made $20 too much in order to receive benefits. And so what I am telling you all that is 10 years earlier, if you had really looked, you could have avoided that situation. So it's very important to talk to an elder law attorney and be totally transparent about what your situation is. Now, when it comes to your finances, there's no right or wrong answer. And that's what I always tell people. There's solutions for everything, but you got to do them sooner. So if money is not of a concern and you're thinking maybe one day you're going to move into a continuing care retirement community, that's one option of senior living. Most continuing care retirement communities have wait lists that are at least 5 years long. If money is a concern and you know that you're going to probably need to benefit from some community support, there's a lot of programs in every community to help caregivers or to help aging individuals, but there's wait lists for those as well. And so making sure you're educated on what your individual options are and if you need to put yourself on a wait list as an insurance policy is really important, and it's never too soon. The worst thing that happens in either of those situations is you receive a call that your name is at the top of the list. You're not ready to receive the services. You just decline, you stay on the list, and you move on. But at least you know you have done something to prepare yourself. The other important thing about why knowing your finances are important is you need to look at your current situation. If staying in your home is your ideal goal, which is a wonderful goal, you really need to analyze that. Where is your master bedroom? How do you get in and out of the home? What are you spending on maintaining the home? Is it realistic to stay in a 4,000 square foot home as you age? Or what does home look like? Does it mean just downsizing, but always staying within a private residence? So those are the questions you need to ask yourself. The other thing that I find to be very important that sometimes we don't do, and I have experienced it when I did have families come to me because all of a sudden mom was in crisis. She couldn't live alone anymore. There had never been any conversation, so mom was not happy. The family, a lot of times when they were searching for 24-hour solutions, that was the first time they were finding out what mom or dad's financial situation was. And that can be really traumatizing if it turns out that it's not good. And so really making sure that once you've identified what your financial situation is, when you've really thought through how can I best use my financial situation to have the most control of my aging, is to communicate that to your support system. They need to know that you are well aware of what you have financially and how it will best work for you. But they also need to understand why at certain times you may sell a second home or, put something in a trust instead of, keeping it in your name. So there's certain decisions you have to make based on your finances that the support system that you've identified, and as we talked about in the last video, it should be somebody that you trust. They will appreciate knowing what your financial situation looks like and what plans you have for those finances. So I hope this has been helpful. Once again, I think my big point that I want to make sure everyone understands is we cannot be scared of our finances. We have to be educated on our finances and be educated on how to use those finances through our aging journey and what we need to do early in order to preserve finances and make sure they're being used to the best of their ability to support us, but also work in our favor. So thank you so much for joining. I look forward to talking to you next time with question number 3, which is, how do you get educated on all these options? See you next time. Bye.